all I was screaming and saying in my breaking down moments was that God has been good to me. It is a good thing to manifest things into your life. It's not just about saying it, it's about pursuing it. I was freezing. Vapor, not vapor, if you may know more, but say, hello there, wonderful people. I hope that you're wonderful and you're still in the Christmas spirit. It's been quite, an amazing journey. And today is a storytelling update. So get some water, get some juice. I have my grapes here. I'll be munching on it. And updating you on my journey from Ghana to Canada. Wow. So my last video, I shot it the afternoon before my departure. I was really emotional and I really couldn't do a video from the house all the way to airport. No, it was just so full of emotions. But hey, if you're new here, my name is Lydia Esinam, and welcome to my channel. I talk about customer experience. I do vlogs, basically things that manifest in my life. I share them to you. And currently I have migrated to Canada, and I just want to share that experience through the whole, traveling process. Before I get into the video, I need to tell you that it is a good thing to manifest things into your life. It's not just about saying it, it's about pursuing. You have manifested it and working towards that goal. It's always important. I remember I just manifested a number of things even in the beginning of the year. I really put up this whole migration process on my vision board. So I have a vision board on my phone. I've template-sized it, and then I had this one on my wardrobe. When you open my wardrobe, it was there. So anything that does not contribute to the success of these things on the board, I was not there. I was not going to be there. It had Canada, it had work, it had family, it had church, it had a spiritual factor and those things, right? So I think that those were some of the things I manifested this year, and it was quite amazing. Yeah, manifest things into your life. It is very important. Yeah, so another thing booking my tickets was the fact that, trust me, if you're a new traveler, don't book your tickets online. No, don't book your tickets online, because there may be things that you are not even sure of or you need clarity on. Booking it online, you won't get the advice that you need. I'll advise that you go to the sales office to book your tickets, to get more clarity, to ask all the questions that you need. And then when you get conversant with that process, subsequently you can book your tickets online. But as a first time, traveler, like in this situation, you shouldn't do it online. Yeah, you may have challenges. I had challenges with my routes. Apparently, if you are going through 2 Schengen countries, you need a Schengen visa. If you're going through the US and you don't have a US visa, you can't have a layover there or transit there. So I was lucky to get my flight going through Brussels and Montreal, so that was fine for me, and I got this sorted out at the Brussels Airlines office. Shout out to She was so helpful. Yeah, yeah. So at Brussels Airlines, I got this sorted out for me. Before I had to travel, I definitely had to pack out of Sakumono. You know, I moved to Sakumono to be closer to work, and I lived there for like 7 years. Mm-hmm. And it was time to pack out to Kaswa. It was, I had mixed feelings, right? Because I apparently had an emotional attachment with my room. No kidding. Because I had made this place so comfortable, very serene, very welcoming, that it was time to part ways, and I felt like I was losing something. Who does that? Sorry, I'm done with this flu and cold, but I'm getting better. So yeah, I parked in 2 trenches. I got this driver closer to my mom's, and then we were able to park out to my mom's place. And I was there for like a week before traveling. I remember when I got home, I broke down. I broke down so badly because I just missed my dad in that moment. I really wish he was there. I was like looking forward to seeing him and for him to like experience what is about to happen. And I was just, all I was screaming and saying in my breaking down moment was that God has been good to me. And those were my words. God has been good to me. God has been good to me. My mom was trying to console me, and I think, yeah, she cried a little, but I really broke down. And all I said was, God has been good to me. God has been good to me. Like, I feel blessed. God has been good to me. And this was me just breaking down and crying and, yeah. But indeed, God has been good to me. So I came home with so many things. Like, it was like Nama Bobra, Because I remember when I left to Sakumono, I went there with just one briefcase, my mattress, what else? That was all, and some utensils. I came back with a lot, too many, but like it wasn't like they were very useful things, right? But it gave me that notion that I have lived well in Sakumono. Yeah. So fast forward to my departure day. I made some fufu and goat meat light soup on the Sunday before Monday. I enjoyed that fufu pan. Hey, it was killer. So Monday, got up, normal day, normal stuff. I had my lunch. My brothers came around to take me to the airport. Shout out to Diamond Pharmacy. They hooked me up with my first aid kits, and thankfully that's what I'm using in this season due to the cold. And Diamond Pharmacy, they are in Obom Road. Reach out to them if you need a first aid kit when you're traveling, and they're really gonna hook you up nicely. Yeah, they really did me well. Yeah, so I'll leave their number in the description box. Okay, so I got to the airport about 5 p.m. quite early. Check-in was 5 to 8. I think I got there like 4:30 or something. Then I went to declare my stuff. I went to weigh my items. Gosh, if you are going to travel, try to only pack the important things. Thankfully, my brother helped me offload a lot of things he said I wouldn't need, and I didn't doubt him. Most of the things were summer clothing, and he was like, you're going to get them cheaper there. So I only packed the warm clothing, and I packed only warm clothing and the necessities like the spices, the food items, the things that I would really need, right? Yeah. And we got there, and then I had my hand luggage like on the side, hoping that if my luggages were heavier, I would just offload them in the hand luggage, which I did. So I didn't have to pay for extra luggage. Oh my god. So I checked in my 2 bags, and then I had my hand luggage all through with me. And then I had to meet with my brothers after check-in. We talked and talked and talked. My eldest brother came around, and I went out and we took some pictures. And they made some funny comments and all that. It was nice. And when I got back in, that was when reality kicked in that shit is getting real. Like, this thing is happening for real. So I went through immigration. Interestingly, when I got to the immigration, there was this guy right behind me. He was like, "We are together." You know, I've had this phobia of, "Hey, we are not together. Oh. I don't want any issues." So yeah, apparently he was going to Toronto like me, and we got talking. Oh, he actually turned out to be an amazing person. Initially, I was just so paranoid, like, you can't be with me because I don't know you from anywhere. What if you get into some trouble? You come and say that I am with you. No, I don't want that. But yeah, I kept my cool. I went through immigration. They asked, "What are you gonna do?" You mentioned it, and that's it. Then I went to search for my gate. Then I had a meal. That was where Yvonne and I grabbed a meal before we went to Dubai. So I grabbed a meal. Then it was time for us to board, and then we boarded, and then we were up in the sky all the way to Brussels. Now, when we got to Brussels, and not Nayaka airport. Let's say airport me. Terminal 3 there, in Colago. But Brussels was huge. So we went through we went through to look for our gates, and we had to walk, use this elevator or whatever. And oh, Yanante Yasan, I be home gates. So it was when we got to Brussels, yeah, then we had to get a new boarding pass for Air Canada that will take us to Montreal and then to Toronto. So we got the passes, and then we boarded to Air Canada. I mean, I had the best airplane experience on Air Canada. It was surreal. It was fantastic. See, you know how you always have to call the air hostess that you need water, or like when you're from Ghana, you need water. Air Canada, they come along with water, drink, just like every 30 minutes or every, And on the Air Canada flight from Brussels, I kind of underestimated the time. I thought it was going to be a 2-hour flight. Apparently, it was 6 hours because I didn't pay attention to the time difference. 6 hours. And the food on Air Canada was so amazing. That was like mashed potatoes in chicken breast. The fact that I can remember the meal and they served us with, like, there's no limit of what you wanted to eat. You could get tea, you could get coffee, you could get water, you could get juice, anything. No limits. So yeah, my Air Canada flight from Brussels to Montreal was just amazing. I loved it. Then I got to Montreal. Oh gosh, when we got to Montreal, right? The immigration passes were done by yourself. I'm not kidding. I'll leave a video in the background. You have to go and scan your passport, enter some details and all that. And if you're traveling to Canada, always do well to download the ArriveCan app. It helps with your immigration process faster. So yeah, you'd have to scan your passport, enter some details, then you go to immigration to get your study permit if you're coming to school and all that. So that's the process there. Then you go to your boarding gate. So over there, so you would wait for some time, and then when it's time for the flights, they'll call you, and then you go. Wow, there were a lot of people going from Montreal to Toronto. That was quite a lot of people, and that was my first culture shock, right? You get to meet people, and you can literally just join in their conversations. It's not like in Ghana that some people are having a conversation and then you're just eavesdropping and not talking. But my culture shock was that you can actually jump in a conversation or pass a funny comment and everybody's laughing. That was really cool. And I'll share some culture shocks in my next videos. So yes, so that was like the whole process and the Montreal to Toronto flight was just about less than 2 hours. So it was quite a snappy one. We only got snacks on the flight. And then we got to Toronto. Gosh. I'm like, this is really happening. So when we got to Toronto, I was just looking for my luggage because I've had stories of people can't find their luggages, or they found one, they couldn't find the other. So I was really looking for my luggage. Then I was waiting for my luggages. Finally, they all came and I was happy. And I had to find my way to exit. Big thanks to Evans. Evans and his family have been amazing. I love you guys. Evans picked me up from the airport. Evans does Evermore Media on YouTube. Check him out. He picked me up from the airport and he was like, I can't believe you're here. See, trust me, when I got to Toronto and as soon as I got out of the airport, jeez, I was freezing. Vapor, not vapor if you may know more, but say, hey, not me freezing. See, and Evans just quickly picked my bags in the car and I'll say, sit down. There was a lot of traffic at that time, so hey, now when I say, my bedroom. So we quickly had to like grab a meal because it was late, and I called McDonald's, and I called her, and then I went to eat at McDonald's for my first night. Then he helped me with some groceries, and then I came home to my Airbnb apartment. So yeah, that has been my journey from Accra to Brussels to Montreal to Toronto. I hope that I have not been boring, but I have a lot more storytelling in my next videos. Do check it out. If you love this, let me know your experiences in the comment section about how you traveled and some of the things you didn't expect, or some of the things you didn't like that happened to you. Just share them to me, okay? And do well to subscribe to the channel because it would help me a lot. So yeah, thank you all so very much, and I'll see you in my next video. I think you should look out for that video. It's gonna be awesome. Stay safe, guys, and cheers. I love you all. Keep being awesome. Bye bye.